Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alice Thomas Martin, and I will be presenting on behalf of myself and Dr. Roel Ellis on the topic Transforming the Delivery of Curriculum in the Caribbean Small Island Developing States. Education is one of the most powerful transformative forces and has been linked to the deepening of sustainability towards building a better future. However, we cannot deny that we live in a dynamic environment, and the changing landscape of technology is also affecting education. Today's presentation looks at mobile learning and the benefits it can bring to small island developing states in the Caribbean. Caribbean countries are classified as developing, but education is a major factor in moving us towards a developed status. However, the high cost attached to tertiary education is a major deterrent to enrollment. So the question is, what can we do to increase this enrollment rate? Over the last few years, mobile devices have made their way into the higher education classroom. Students use their smartphones or tablets to access applications, which we commonly call apps, to either consume content, discover content, or even to produce content. Mobile devices can provide students with a very close replica of the traditional classroom. One of the greatest advantages of mobile learning is the flexibility it affords postgraduate students. The majority of postgraduate students are employed full-time, and making it a physical classroom isn't always feasible. However, having access to course material anywhere, anytime, makes attending classes convenient. With mobile learning, a student is automatically empowered and has full control of their rate of learning. They can learn on a lunch hour, at 11 p.m. or even at 3 a.m. A person can simply log in to the class and complete task that has been assigned by a lecturer. Any course that is placed on a mobile platform no longer limits or confines a student to the four walls of a physical classroom. However, we must be reminded that when offering a course on a mobile platform, we simply cannot take the traditional format and place it in the mobile environment. A popular model was presented by Cool in 2009, which you can see on your screen. This is known as the Framework for the Rational Analysis of Mobile Education, abbreviated as FRAME. This describes the mobile learning as a process resulting from the convergence of mobile technologies, human learning capabilities, and social interaction. This model considers contemporary pedagogical issues that includes one that is so common: information overload. We know that sometimes we think because information is so easily accessible and there's a wealth of information out there, we place everything for a student on this mobile platform, but we must remember that we cannot overload our students with information. This framework states that it is necessary to consider the devices that are being used, the learner, and the social aspect. These areas aren't disjointed but overlap, so to create a positive student experience. The primary intersection of all three areas presents the ideal mobile learning situation, and this should be the target when taking a course from traditional learning to the mobile learning environment. Quality teaching and learning requires well thought out pedagogy. This is necessary so that students can gain a deeper understanding of fundamental material in order to build and create higher order thinking. The pedagogy that is most suitable to mobile learning must be considered. This means that instructional designers must not only conform to the pedagogical requirements that are attached to the course, but they must consider the nature of learning activities that is needed to engage learners on miniature devices. If a person has to access a course on the go, it would be on a smartphone, and these devices are typically 5.6 inches. Therefore, when putting together the course content, it is imperative that consideration be given to the tools that would be used, the pedagogical approaches, assessment techniques, because we know that we must have some form of assessment, and definitely teacher training, because we are taking teachers that are accustomed to a traditional classroom and putting them into something that is very new. So training is definitely needed. To effectively facilitate the teaching and learning process in a technology-based environment, a holistic approach is needed. Consideration must be given to course objectives, technology, learning style modes, as well as the pace of learning. Where does the Caribbean stand with respect to mobile learning? Statistics show that postgraduate enrollment at the University of the West Indies is less than half of that of undergraduate, and there is a noticeable lag when compared to developed countries. Can the introduction of mobile learning at the higher education level increase the enrollment rate? The present pandemic has forced us to embrace technology, and mobile learning has been forced upon us. But is this rushed implementation allowing for effective course delivery and ultimately are students placed at an advantage by using mobile learning? The Caribbean must embrace technology and the great potential that it possesses. Although the present circumstances that introduced mobile learning into our education system isn't ideal, it is an idea worth exploring. With careful implementation, mobile learning can be a success at the University of the West Indies campuses and by extension throughout the education system. Perhaps the use of a custom-built app can make this a reality. It is an attainable goal and one that is worth exploring. Maybe this is the ticket to increase the enrollment rate at the postgraduate level. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.